Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with the hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding it back to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse. After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
But why do they have this little tiny house out here?
I know.
And when was it built? Hey!
The Valentine mansion loomed over every other building, both figuratively and literally.
Hey, Don. Tracking down a lead?
You bet! I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out, when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament.
Peculiar? How?
He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions.
Like what?
Documents stipulated that Eris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age, who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer.
Solomon?
Bingo.
So Eris was forced to take care of him?
Yep, or she would have lost everything.
Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid?
Rumor has it old Sharper sowed some wild oats.
That explains the way Eris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all this out?
A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Ooh, sowed some wild oats. Hey, these glow.
Weird.
What about the bees, though? That's the real thing.
You better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse.
You know how fun saying dilly-dally is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything open? Nope. Nuncreed's drugstore? Closed. All this stuff? Closed. Lady! Still reading your book in the middle of the night?
You can't see.
He met his old friend's eyes and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens! This is no time for fractured friendships. I swear, that girl's back here studying? Okay. No dilly-dallying. Excuse me, what are you doing? Locking up for the night, sir? Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all... decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We are all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good. Then it's decided. Yes, sir. We'll work till the task is done. See that you do. Our harvest awaits. Thank goodness we snuck in right after that. So he would have probably been like, Luca, my boy, come into this building, never be seen again.
Rolo, are you still up there?
I'm sorry, Rolo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset.
Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason?
I didn't abandon you. I was just a little late.
Rolo scoffed.
The rain held me up.
Liar. You weren't even home.
What?
The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there.
I hadn't made it back yet.
I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam.
No, The storm rolled in out of nowhere, and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's house.
Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? The heck is a Beck?
She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she'd made new friends.
New friends? I spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends?
It's not like that, Rolo.
You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was going to be a surprise. But you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship.
What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me.
Of course I care. You butt.
I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you. But I kept my word. 'Cause that's what friends do.
Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made.
Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want. And you wouldn't even get in trouble.
Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend.
Rolo's tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa's right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca.
Stop quoting your pa's nonsense like it means anything.
Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around.
The words hung in the cold night air.
Oof.
Rolo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line, but it was too late.
Luca, I...
Good night, Rolo.
Dang it. Well, that's not good. Gran, where are you?
She doesn't sleep.
Where's she sleeping downstairs?
If Rolo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it.
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
Ooh.
Rolo, what a jerk. Call me a bad friend. Ooh, I'm Rolo. Look at me and my amazing family. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends.
Oh.
Oh.
Luca,
Gran cooed gently from the hallway.
you slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you alright?
I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet.
Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. Gotta run out and take care of some things.
Okay,
I'll be back later to check in.
sure.
Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
I bet Rollo's still gonna go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable.
Am I gonna get a charm out of this?
Kick. Kick. Kick.
Can I kick it out the door? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I don't even need to press a button. I just gotta walk to it.
Oh, really? That's the easiest kick.
That's the easiest kick. Never seen a kick so easy in my life.
If Rollo thinks I'm still gonna go to the festival with him, he can shove it.
Luca dozed off again.
Luca, I see you didn't eat your oatmeal.
Wasn't hungry.
Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too.
Thanks.
Rollo came by.
What did he say?
He wanted to talk to you.
What do you say?
I told him you weren't feeling well.
Good.
So your plan is to just sit in your room all day?
Pretty much.
Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good.
Noted.
Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
Let me kick the ball some more.
There's never anything interesting at a festival anyway. That looks like a goal.
Goal!
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday, a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art.
Ooh.
Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind, but it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca? Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Modwill. She said you met yesterday?
What did she say? Is she here?
She was just dropping by. Told her you weren't taking visitors today.
Oh,
She seems nice.
yeah.
You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in?
Maybe later?
Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table, in case you want to bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source? Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame. See? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them! The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them, not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar, as if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help once. He gestured towards his face. And all it got me was this. Luca staggered back. You aren't me. Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Welp, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames in a flash of cold light. He was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
Mom?
No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his gran came into focus.
How are you feeling?
Fine.
Anything you want to talk about?
I don't feel like talking.
That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rollo fought about doesn't matter.
But he...
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other.
But he said stuff about Dad.
Well, do you think he meant it?
No. He was just mad.
Mm-hmm. Did you mean any of the things you said to him?
No.
Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Now get your little butt out of bed. Festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you?
I guess not.
Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo, doesn't it?
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize.
But he's the one that...
What did I just say?
Buy him a corn dog.
That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. Got some last-minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch.
Alright.
I love you, Luca.
I love you too.
Luca took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6. Through Thick and Thin.
Oh, a good out for right now. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.